Special United Nations Ambassador GERARD. Here is lesson 3, types of peace and security activities. Consent of the parties. All UN peacekeeping operations should be deployed with the consent of the main parties. Consent ensures that the mission has the political and physical freedom of action needed to carry out its mandated tasks. Consent for a peacekeeping mission is provided with the Security Council during the planning phase by the leading representatives or negotiators representing the main parties to the conflict. Security Council action taken without the consent of the parties is typically PE mission rather than a peacekeeping mission. Without consent, a UN peacekeeping operation risks becoming a party to the conflict. They can be drawn into PE and away from the key role of keeping the peace. A complete withdrawal of consent to the peacekeeping operation mission by one or more of the main parties challenges the reason for the operation, and withdrawal of consent will likely change the international community's strategy and may mean that the Security Council withdraws the peacekeeping operation. Consent can be uncertain or unreliable. In some contexts, a lack of trust between parties to the conflict may cause one or more of the parties to block certain aspects of the peacekeeping mission's mandate. Weak command and control systems within parties to the conflict may mean that there are differences of opinion between central and local levels of command. There may also be spoilers not under control of any of the main parties of the conflict who have an interest in spoiling the peace process. Impartiality. UN peacekeeping operation must implement their mandate without favor or prejudice to any of the parties to the conflict. Impartiality is crucial to maintaining the consent and cooperation of the main parties. Peacekeeping operation is similar to a good referee who is impartial but will penalize infractions. Peacekeeping operations should condone actions by the parties that violate the undertaking of the peace process or the international norms and principles that UN peacekeeping operation upholds. Impartiality for UN peacekeeping operations therefore means adherence to the principles of the Charter and to the objectives of the mission mandate, which are also related in Charter principles. Thus, this kind of impartiality is not the same as neutrality. Non-use of force, except in self-defense and defense of the mandate. The initial principle of the UN peacekeeping operation should only use force in self-defense has bold to include the use of force in order to defend the mandate. This means that even though UN peacekeeping operations are not a peace enforcement tool or PE, they may use force at the tactical level. Use of force is only with the authorization of the Security Council and only if they are acting in self-defense and or defense of the mandate. Self-defense is generally understood to be in defense of the UN personnel and property. Situations where there may be militias, criminal gangs, and other spoilers who actively seek to undermine peace process or pose a threat to the civilian population. The Security Council tends to provide the mission with a robust mandate. A robust mandate authorizes peacekeeping operation to use all necessary means to deter forceful attempts to disrupt the political process. It is also intended to protect civilians under imminent threat of physical attack or assist the national authorities in maintaining law and order. The use of force in such instances is considered to be in defense of the mandate. Even when the Security Council has specified a robust mandate, Any peacekeeping operation should only use force as a measure of last resort when all other methods of persuasion have failed. Peacekeeping operations, other success factors. The experiences of the past 15 years have shown that in order to succeed, many peacekeeping operations must also be perceived as legitimate and credible, particularly in the eyes of the local population. The UN's recent experience with multidimensional peacekeeping has also served to highlight the need for UN peacekeeping operations to promote national or local ownership in order to contribute to the achievement of a sustainable peace. Legitimacy. International legitimacy is one of the most important assets of any peacekeeping operation. The international legitimacy of any peacekeeping operation is derived from the fact that it is established after obtaining a mandate from the UN Security Council, which is primarily has a responsibility for the maintenance of international peace and security, the unique broad representation of member states. Of the member states who contribute personnel and funding to UN operations further strengthens this international legitimacy. So too does the fact that UN peacekeeping operations are directed by UN Secretary General, an impartial and well-respected international figure committed to upholding the principles and purpose of the Charter. The manner in which UN peacekeeping operation conducts itself may have a profound impact on its perceived legitimacy on the ground. The firmness and fairness with which an peacekeeping operation exercises its mandate, the circumspection with which it uses force, the discipline it imposes upon its personnel, the respect it shows to local customs, institutions and laws, and the decency with which it treats the local people, all have direct effect upon perceptions of its legitimacy. Credibility. Any peacekeeping operations are frequently deployed in volatile, highly stressed environments characterized by the corruption, degradation of state structures, as well as enmity, violence, polarization, and distress. Lawlessness and insecurity may still be prevalent at local levels, and opportunities will be present who are willing to exploit any political and security virtue. In such environment, a UN peacekeeping operation is likely to be tested for weakness and division by those whose interests are threatened by its presence, and particularly in the early stages of deployment. The credibility of any peacekeeping operation is a direct reflection of the international and local community's belief in the mission's ability to achieve a mandate. Credibility is functions of mission and capability, effectiveness, and ability to manage and meet expectations. Ideally, in order to be credible, any peacekeeping operation must deploy as rapidly as possible, be properly resourced, and strive to maintain a confident, capable, and unified posture. Experience has shown that the early establishment of credible presence can help to deter spoilers and diminish the likelihood that the mission will need to use force to implement its mandate. To achieve and maintain its credibility, a mission must therefore have a clear guidelines, deliverable mandate with the resources, capabilities to match, and a sound mission plan that is understood, communicated, and impartially and effectively implemented at every level. Deployment of a UN peacekeeping operation will generate high expectations among the local population regarding its ability to meet their most pressing needs. It perceives it's a perceived failure to meet these expectations, no matter how unrealistic may cause a peacekeeping operation to become a focus for popular satisfaction or worse, active opposition. The ability to manage these expectations throughout the life of peacekeeping operation affects the overall credibility of the mission. Credibility once lost, it's hard to regain. A mission with low credibility becomes marginalized and ineffective. The activities may begin to be perceived as having weak or flawed legitimacy, and the concept may be eroded. Critics and opponents of the mission may well exploit any such opportunities to this end. The loss of credibility may also have direct impact on the overall morale of the mission personnel, further eroding its effectiveness. Accordingly, those maintenance of credibility is fundamental to the success of a mission. Then the next point will be national ownership. Thanks for listening.